Okay, so we know that a variety of products come here. You talked about commingled containers, but on plastics, there's all these little numbers, and sometimes people wonder, what do the numbers mean? Can you shed some light on that for us?
Sure. The American Plastics Council developed this coding system years ago. And unfortunately, the coding system looks much like a recycling emblem, so it has been intermittently used on...
I always thought it was.
It's not a recycling emblem, but, but it has been used as such, so I think it's kind of a universal symbol now that the product can be recycled, but that does not mean it can be recycled.
It's the number that's important.
It's the number that's important here. We recycle number 1s and number 2s. They must be a plastic bottle or jug. So not all plastics can be recycled.
Like a strawberry container or something like that might have a number.
Yes.
It does not mean it's recyclable here.
Yes, that is correct.
Other places possibly.
Correct.
Okay. So what does the 1 and the 2 mean?
Well, the 1, and I'm going to show you, the 1 is a type of plastic that is typically used for soda bottles and water bottles, which I know that everyone's familiar with. Those get melted back down. And those can be used to make fiber. That can be made into carpeting. Some bottles are made back into new bottles. There are facilities that are that make a food grade plastic so that those plastic bottles can be made back into FDA approved containers. Yes, exactly. Now for, this is a number 2 plastic. It's a little more rigid. You typically see laundry detergent bottles, things that are going to be used a lot that have to have the durability. Yes. So that would be a number 2 plastic. But they all have the scientific names, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce those.
That's great.
But there are 7 different types of plastics, and they are all unique. Different products are put in those plastics for different reasons, whether it's to preserve the product, the durability of the container, whether that's important.
See how I always thought it was 1 soda bottle, this is new, it's only been used once, all the way to 7 was this has been recycled 7 times.
Oh, okay.
I'm wrong, aren't I?
Wrong.
Like always.
I want to mention one more thing too, though, that I think is important, and probably this is one thing that I would like for the general public to know because it is new to us too. In the last year, the American Plastics Council and some of the plastic recyclers that belong to that got together and they decided that they wanted us to leave the cap on the bottles. We've been told for years to take the cap off. The reason for that is it's hard to bail a bottle with the air in there. So we need to get the bale density to a certain amount before we ship these bales out. Incredibly important when you have gas prices creeping up and you need to get the maximum amount on that truck. So we want these left on. We have a perforator in our equipment.
No way.
So we can puncture these bottles, eliminate that being a problem. These caps are going to be separated at the next processor's facility. So they can recycle these.
Because they might be a different type of plastic.
They probably are going to be a different type of plastic.
Wow. Lot to know about recycling, that's for sure. Wow. Well, it's time for another short break. And we really do appreciate you coming on our tour today. But please stick around because we've got a lot more to show you. Welcome back. We're winding down on a recycling tour at the Montgomery Regional Solid Waste Authority, but we still have a lot more in store for you.
Everybody's talking about being green these days, and I think we're doing it to save our planet, frankly. The stuff in the landfill isn't going to decompose if it's plastic, so we learned that plastic is remade into a lot of amazing things that we saw on the tour.
And we save many trees if we recycle. And I checked some boxes recently, and many of them are 100% recyclable cardboard.
So tell us some of the misconceptions of recycling that you probably hear on all your tours or your website or people calling in.
I do hear a lot of things that are, I think, just miscommunication. And we try very hard to make it clear, but it doesn't always happen. And I think that the more we try to educate the general public, we're working with the counties, the towns, in this region to make a consistent message, and hopefully we will make some headway there.
Right.
But I think that one of the greatest misconceptions is that this material that's coming here, that not all of it's getting recycled, or they see trucks and they think that it's coming to the transfer station when actually it's coming into this facility.
Right.
So I think that we fight that battle all the time, and I can assure you our numbers and our shipments are proof that we are recycling everything that we can possibly recycle from your home, you know, bringing it in and taking care of it here as far as the process goes, and making it into those new products is what happens at the next facility. So.
And where is that next facility? I mean, they could be anywhere in the U.S.?
It could.
Or anywhere in the
and
world?
we do. Well, we do try to stay local as much as possible, especially in the Mid-Atlantic region. Some of our paper goes to Georgia, and some of this is on our website. Again, that's MRSWA.com.
More education.
But we have where these products are made. We have shipments that go to Lynchburg, so some of these are close.
So real close.
Reedsville, North Carolina. Like I said, Georgia is where some of our paper goes, so we do try to keep it as close as we possibly can.
You know, it's just a whole process.
Yes.
Pretty interesting. Buy it here, recycle it here, and it kind of stays here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Well, I've been a long time recycler, long before I moved to Blacksburg. And back in the day when we had to flatten the cans and take the labels off and remove the staples, and the recycling program here in Blacksburg is such an excellent one. I wanted to see where all the stuff went.
So previously you said something about that this was a permitted facility. Well, what does that mean? Can anyone do this?
You can do this, but DEQ
Okay.
has to provide a permit, so you have to apply for a permit
Okay.
to do certain waste management
Gotcha.
operations,
Okay.
so to speak. We are not required to have a permit for this facility, this recycling facility. At the transfer station, we are allowed to take in waste and to transfer waste, but we do not have a permit that allows us to go through the waste to pull out recyclables.
Okay.
So that
if
would require
someone,
something else.
Yeah, trash bag, recyclable goes on the curb, trash goes in the truck, it drives off here. No one rips it open to see if there's a soda bottle in there.
No.
So Teresa, I heard that this facility was working on a natural gas collection. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, what we've done is taken the methane gas from our landfill,
From the landfill, that's
from the rotting garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So we've collected that, and that is being converted into electricity.
Right here?
Right here.
Wow.
And it was a joint effort between Green Kilowatts, which is a company, also Joyce Engineering, and ourselves. We all work together on that.
Wow.
And our goal, and it will be a very
Lofty glow.
Yeah. We will be powering this facility and the transfer station, hopefully, with the electricity that
The garbage has been sitting out there for years.
Yes.
And putting this off naturally, you're going to capture and light this building.
And we have been capturing it all along, and we have just been flaring it.
Correct.
And so at this point, we're using it and making the most out of having that.
Will
So
that
it's great.
will that source of fuel ever leave us?
Yes, it will.
And
We're
that'd
kind of on the downside of that now,
Okay.
of the production of it.
Okay.
But, you know, we could have 10 years, we could have 15 years, but we're looking at, you know.
You're still doing something useful with it.
Yes. And I think I have the right number on this. I think it will be able to power around 300 to 325 homes.
Really?
With the electricity that will be generated.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Is there anything else you'd like to explain to us about the recycling center, about things we should know about recycling we should be telling our audience?
Well, I think that I heard a lady today say to me, I've just been doing it all wrong, I feel like. And I think making the effort, I told her, you're doing the right thing, but you know, even if you just got one thing right, you know, at least you are doing something.
Right.
And so I am just really pleased that our citizens in this region are conscientious enough to put the right things in the bins. It's obvious with a residual rate of less than 3% that we are doing something right here. We have a terrific crew of members here that
Really do it
help
right, don't
guide
they?
us, you know, with the towns, the county, and Virginia Tech. All of them work together to make this the best place it can be. And then our employees, I mean, they're great.
The ones doing the work.
The ones
really
doing the
know
work.
their job,
Yes.
don't they? That's great.
Very fortunate to have them, and like I said, everybody that brings the material here, they're doing a great job, and we really do appreciate that. And hopefully, we will have great things to come with the changes that we hope to make, and a bright future ahead.
That's awesome.
I found the total trip fascinating. I thought Teresa was knowledgeable and was able to answer any question that anybody asked her. I enjoyed going out onto the floor and seeing the men throwing the cans and separating things and the bales of paper. I just enjoyed the whole trip.
If you're not recycling now, and I promise that if you visit that and take the tour and listen to the educational part of that tour and watch those guys, you will start recycling.
We were amazed also when Teresa told us how many people are participating in recycling, plus they are trying to increase their participation. We were pleased to know that so many people already are.
And it's amazing how many companies are buying that and putting it back to use.
So thanks for watching this edition of eneRGy. We've had a great time here at the Montgomery Regional Solid Waste Authority. If you have any more questions on it or would like to look up information on their website,
www.mrswa.com.
or if you're interested in any other Parks and Recreation program or facility, look up www.blacksburg.gov/recreation. For eneRGy, I'm Dean Crane.
And I'm Teresa Sweeney.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Recycle.